Hey, Leo, intuitive soul coach here with your September 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Leo, you have four key themes here for the month of September. You have the Strength card followed by Breakthrough. So this is your energy showing up with perseverance, determination, and willpower to break through any of the challenges. For a lot of you, this has been mental strife, mental challenge, something you've been overthinking, possibly belief systems. So you have a breakthrough coming in for you in a very big way. So this is exciting because it's something that may have been quite difficult for you. It may have been an obstacle that you just weren't quite sure how you were going to get through. I sense that that's coming in very strong. And your other two cards here, choices and self-love, they came out together. So there could be some very important choices that you make this month. But I sense because self-love is partnered with the choice card, you're making these choices based on compassion for yourself and for the highest good. This is about acceptance, accepting that there are things that you cannot change externally, but knowing that you can respond in a different way. A lot of you are going within. You have been thinking about this situation for quite some time. I am sensing as well that you have the confidence now to make a choice that maybe you didn't know how to make in the past. So let's go through here and see what's showing up for you. I'm also getting here Boston. This could be Boston, Massachusetts. Boston could be the name of a pet, or it could be a breed. It could be also a street name. Please take it as it resonates. Now we have here the Strength card. This is all about you, Leo, being stronger than you think. It is about you feeling empowered to push through any obstacles, to have this realization and this breakthrough and move towards something better, okay? Because your outcome card here is all about making choices that are going to better your life, increase your vitality, bring about more abundance and prosperity and true happiness. So the Strength card here is saying you have the power to overcome any of those obstacles that have showed up on your soul's journey. This is also fitness as well. So some of you could be thinking about maybe getting back in shape. You may be thinking about your health at this time. Body, mind, and soul is coming through. This would be a wonderful month to take a spa day if you can, get a massage, get energy work done. It would be a wonderful time to start a new class, an exercise routine, or a detox as well. So I feel September, this is the month where you feel empowered. September is a very pivotal month of the year anyway, and this is a really wonderful time for you to persevere. You are definitely thinking things through, but I sense that you are pushing through whatever blocks in your mind, whatever beliefs told you you couldn't do something or it wouldn't happen, or you were second guessing that was causing anxiety. You're breaking through that mold. Now your next card is the Breakthrough. This is recovery. It's realization. I actually said recovery and it says discovery. So some of you, there is a recovery happening here for you, whether it is recovery from surgery, from addictions, from a heartache or heartbreak. Recovery is coming through here. I also sense that a lot of you, you're advancing. You're advancing in your career. You're advancing in your soul, because I'm getting the word here ascension. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and actually because you've gone through some of these challenges, you are raising your vibration to the next level, ascension here. This is a moment of truth, which is interesting because you also have the Seven of Swords here, Leo. So this is about getting honest with yourself, maybe truths coming to the surface, other people being honest with you, finding out the truths here. Whatever this is, honesty in all forms, even if something hurts, right? Even if it's difficult to hear, the truth shall set you free. And it's better to know the truth than to carry on with some sort of illusion or facade. And that's what I feel like you are breaking through. Now the choice and the self-love card, like I mentioned, they came out together here. Okay, thank you. I'm also getting the name here, Coraline. Coraline could be significant. Please take that as it resonates. We have self-love and choices. This is all about decision making, options, taking a look at your pros and cons, weighing up the resources that you have available, but ultimately using your free will to better your life and to focus on the things that are best for you. And even if that's difficult to walk away from a situation or you're not quite sure what that outcome is going to look like, this is about you doing what you need to do for you, because this is about you feeling like you're between worlds. There could be some changes happening here. You did get the Judgment card, and I'm really excited to share something that came out that I've never, ever, ever seen before in all of my readings. But you feel like you're between worlds at this time, but ultimately you're finding that balance, which is on the bottom of the choice card, and balance is your part of your final outcome as well. So when you focus on compassion, right? Compassion for yourself and others, when you accept, again, that there are things that you cannot change or that may be out of your control, but you can focus on what your heart's desires are here. This is self-care, self-love, healing, going within and having that confidence, which goes back to the Strength card, which ultimately resembles you, Leo. This is about you being able to make those decisions and feel good, feel like they're built on a healthy conscience, right? This is about you being able to make decisions that your heart feels good about, even though it may be difficult. All right, let's take a look here and dive into the tarot. So you have 4 swords coming out. So a lot of mental thought, a lot of communication, miscommunication, decisions, intellect, a lot of thoughts happening here in the month of September. Now you have the 4 of Swords followed by the Hierophant, which is interesting because one of your main cards here is the Hierophant as well. So what I did this month is I pulled 6 main tarots, and then I pulled the clarifying card. And you have 4 of Swords, which is all about rest and rejuvenation. This is the card of being kind and compassionate as you heal, as you move towards some sort of freedom here. You can see that he is in the meditation pose. He's resting against a tree. He's feeling like he needs to be gentler. There's forgiveness here, but there is a moving on energy with this rest and rejuvenation. So there could be some downtime for you to focus on that self-love, to go within. There's a lot that you've been learning with the Hierophant showing up twice in your reading. This is all about being divinely guided. Some of you have strong Taurus placements or you're dealing with the Taurus, but I do feel that this has to do with your beliefs, your morals, your traditions, things that no longer jive or resonate with your values. I feel like you're walking away from. There could also be a situation in matters of love, because you do have the 2 of Cups here. There could be a situation where you both want different things. One of you may want to move to the mountains, one to the ocean. One of you may want kids and the other may not. So you're looking at these values, and even though there is love, you may decide to do something new, because sometimes that love isn't enough. We need to focus on, our happiness as well, instead of compromising and living the life that we were not really feeling, right? Okay. So I feel for some of you, that's the case. For others of you, that's the same for a job. Even though it may be a job that looks great on paper or something that you attained a degree from, you may be deciding to love yourself and walk away, build that business, be a coach, be a mentor, do something that really feels good to your heart, even though you may have been taught to do something in a different way. Okay, because the Hierophant's all about traditional thinking versus unconventional thinking. So a lot of you are weighing up the pros and cons. If you go the traditional route, what's going to happen? If you take the unconventional approach, how is that going to benefit me? A lot of you are deep spiritual souls. I mean, we all are, but a lot of you want more meaning. You want more purpose because you do have the Buddha card showing up here when it comes to wealth. This is life purpose. It's more than just money. This is spiritual wealth. It's emotional wealth. So I feel like a lot of you are being guided to make some choices that are maybe difficult in the moment, but they're going to bring about a lot of beautiful, positive change down the road. So you may be thinking a little bit unconventionally at this time. You may be asking yourself some big, powerful questions. Now, next you have the Seven of Swords, followed by the Two of Coins in reverse. So a lot of you, you're sick of juggling the things that aren't fulfilling, okay? Or you know that there's some choices because you actually have the Two of Coins and then you have the Two of Swords showing up plus the choice card. So there's definitely some choices that it's time to make in your life, whether it's career, whether it's health, relationships, whatever this is, Leo. I feel like it's important for you to listen to yourself, right? It's important for you to focus on self-love, not what another person wants to hear, what society thinks you should do with that degree that you got, not what your parents expect out of you or your friends are telling you to do, or, even a psychic, a coach, or a mentor. Not saying that they're not able to help you, but it's important for you to go within and focus on what you want because no one knows. No one is you, right, Leo? So no one knows ultimately where your happiness lies and what is best for you. Only you know that. So this card can be about deception and possibly even envy, right? This is about other people maybe deceiving you or being envious of you, or vice versa. This can be about us lying to ourselves at times. We may say, well, I need to stay in this relationship because we have children and we've built up this life. We have 20 years together. I'm just going to kind of fake it till I make it. But you've been doing that maybe for 15 years, 10 years, and you haven't made it yet. You haven't made it to that point of, I feel good where I'm at. That's because maybe some of us sometimes lie to ourselves. We say, if we keep doing this or we keep moving in this direction, it's all going to get better. Is it getting better? Right? So same goes for a job. Same goes for health. Maybe you've been saying, well, I'm going to quit that alcohol or quit smoking, or I'm going to do this next year, next month, in 5 years, when it really tends to impact my health, right? We tend to tell ourselves these lies and we push them off and we push them off. I sense that this is the month that you have that breakthrough, that whatever you've been contemplating, lying to yourself, or another person hasn't been as faithful or honest, I feel like this is the breakthrough month where you make a decision to reassess your priorities, because the Two of Coins here is about setting those priorities that maybe you've set in the past, as we just talked about with that Seven of Swords, but now you're reassessing and you're saying, is this my truth? If it's not my truth, you're walking away towards something that aligns more with your values, more with your integrity. And that's where we move into your next card, which is the big card here of the Hierophant, which we've seen in the beginning. So you're starting to really weigh up again, is this value honest to myself? Is this belief? Is this something that will help me or hinder me? Did I learn valuable lessons where I now can move forward and not repeat a cycle? So when the Hierophant shows up twice for you, double 5 energy, you're definitely taking a look at the advice that you've been given or societal standards or anything that's been corrupt. You're thinking for yourself with your own intuition. You are going within, and I feel like there's a major breakthrough here. It may have to do with family traditions as well. I'm also getting here with the dog. Dogs represent loyalty and companionship, but I just heard here there could be someone out there that's a breeder that may breed dogs, or maybe you have a certain breed of dog. They're actually giving me here Shih Tzu. Shih Tzu may be one of the breeds. There could be, whether you're a breeder or you got your dog from a breeder or you're contemplating getting a dog, please take that as it resonates. Very specific here. Now, you also have this partnered with the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, though, it did show up in reverse. So what I sense here with the Two of Cups mixed with the Hierophant here is a lot of you, if you're in a relationship, if you're single, if this is a family situation, whoever or whatever this Two of Cups is, where at one point this was an important partnership, a soul contract, there was some sort of attraction or love or romance or just something that brought you together here. And most likely love, something that mattered to your heart, whether it was that business that really you thought was going to fulfill you, or that relationship where you came together in matters of the heart. There's something that you're reassessing now. You may have pulled away from that. You may have needed to reflect a little bit and say, okay, is this still aligned with what I want? So you're definitely doing some deep soul searching here. Now, this is the interesting thing that I've never, ever seen before. I've had this deck for quite some time. Psychic Tarot, I believe, John Holland. I've never seen this. So I was a little bit flabbergasted, Leo, when this came out. But check this out. You have the Eight of Swords showing up twice. It came out at the very same time. I should pre-record the shuffles, but for your convenience, there's so many different things going on here that I just like to dive right in. But I had to chuckle here and say, okay, Spirit, what's happening? Double eights. Not only do you have the Strength card here, which is your energy, Leo. It is 8 in tarot. You have here fours showing up, which fours equal 8 as well. But you have this Eight of Swords, which can be about imprisonment, self-imprisonment, feeling like you're trapped in fears, feeling like this story is replaying out. Like I said, I've never, ever seen these two cards. I had no idea there was double in the deck here. So something here is showing up in a profound way. When you get this, and I've never seen this before as well, the Eight of Swords is saying that whatever you felt helpless to, whatever you felt blinded to, whether this was self-sabotage, whether it's that old mental story that we play over and over in our minds, whether it is letting go of mental pain or mental blockages, you're moving towards freedom, because the cards clarifying are the Judgment, which is a huge major arcana, followed by the Seven of Coins, but it's in reverse. So remember what I said in the beginning of your reading about you no longer wanting to juggle up things that are not bringing a return to your soul's path, right? You're investing at times in things that just aren't fulfilling you. Are the fruits of your labor paying off? And anything that you are juggling or that you felt a little bit trapped in, I feel like you're making choices and decisions to walk away from that. Walk away from the old story, the old pain, the old fear. False evidence appearing real is the acronym here for fear. What I see you doing is I see you lifting your head, and I want you to just literally double look at this illustration here coming in. And you see that his head's down, he's behind the bars. But in my mind's eye, my third eye here, I see you lifting your head, looking up. I see you getting up here, walking over towards those bars, and you're saying, I am not trapped. The whole time, even though it felt like you were behind bars and it felt like they were locked and someone threw the key away and then the guard disappeared for months on end or years on end, right? The whole time, this cage or these bars weren't really locked up. It was something that you told yourself that it was locked, and you told yourself that you were abandoned because of past conditioning or past experiences that you've gone through. But when you put your hand down, you look up, you walk over, so there's action here on your part. You realize, Leo, that you're stronger than you think you are, that even though you've had some of those mental struggles and challenges, I'm getting the word handicap here as well. So some of you may have had a physical, emotional, mental handicap. We're going to use that label here because that's what I'm getting, where physically, mentally, emotionally, you were unable to do something. I feel like you are so much stronger than you think you are. And you're actually surprising yourself by being able to move towards some sort of freedom. This could be a move, again, a job, something within your health. You weren't quite sure. I do sense that there could have even been a serious, serious illness, a near-death experience, something that maybe you shouldn't have lived through, but you did, right? Miracles happen every day. And I feel like people may have told you, how did you live through that? Or how could you go on? For some of you, it may not be that intense. It could be you've been in this job for quite some time. 8 was a powerful month for you. I mean, that was your month. That Lionsgate portal really activated a lot within you. So let's talk about your clarifiers here. Because again, I'm still wow factor here with your double eights. So when the 7 of coins shows up, this is my course correction card. So this is the card of you've put in a lot of time, you've put in a lot of work, and sometimes we want to throw in the towel and say, is it even worth it, right? Yes, it's worth it. It doesn't mean that you're going to go back and start from scratch, but it means that you're going to course correct because you've learned valuable lessons. You've gained experiences. You've gained knowledge that's led to wisdom here. We see the wisdom in the Hierophant. We see it showing up here. It says wisdom. So it hasn't been for nothing, but you have the opportunity to course correct, to have a rewarding, fulfilling new direction in your life instead of dealing with maybe some negative consequences. Maybe you didn't make the right choice in the past, or maybe you silenced your intuition, or maybe mentally there were some choices that landed you in a pickle, right? We've all done things that I don't want to say we regret, as maybe some of you. I don't believe in regrets. I believe in soul lessons. So when you look back, you know that if it were ever to happen again, that maybe you do things differently that time around or this time around. You're being offered here a new beginning to do things differently this time around. The Judgment is a big, big energy. It is the second to the last in the major arcana. It comes right before the World. So you are so close to wrapping this up here. This is your purpose. This is your calling. This is all about you changing your life for the better. And a lot of you have been reflecting, really, really evaluating on your beliefs and your values and traditions and cultures and society and, everything. You've been looking at it from a deeper level. And there's been an awakening or a breakthrough that's happening and occurring here. That's been occurring within you. This is a second chance at love, second chance to go in that direction that you've always wanted to take, a second chance to live a better life, one where you feel more healthy, more abundant, right? For you to fulfill your soul's passion, your heart's desire, your mission here. But I'm going to say but because there's always a but, right? Well, not always, but this is about making sure that you're healing the wounds of the past, not ignoring the call, because in the past you may have ignored that call. You may have pushed it aside. You may have said, now's not the right time. I'm going to procrastinate. I'm going to prolong. I'm going to put that off. Let's try not to do that, right? Don't avoid change. Also, Leo, don't judge yourself. You are amazing. You're stronger than you think. You have the strength here on your side. And yes, with the strength also comes some of those weaknesses, the shadows, the self-sabotage. But you know better now. You know that you can have this life here of happiness and of abundance. Look at her. She has two sides, right? So there's two sides to every story as well, is what I just heard. Two sides to every story. Even if people judge you based on that side of your story in the past, let them. Because we change, we grow, we evolve. You are not the same person that you were 5 years ago, even 5 months ago. So if someone wants to hang on to that past energy of 5 years ago, right? Then let them, because like I always say, what other people think of you is none of your business. So when it comes to you growing and healing, don't let other people's viewpoints, opinions, projections, thoughts interfere with your growth, interfere with your life changes. Because remember, you are the only one here, Leo, that knows what is best for you, not them, not anyone else. All right, and finally here, your final tarot is the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is all about foundation. Fours are about structure. They're about planning. So I feel like you're getting your life back on track, but there's still a little bit of a mountain in front of you. And some of you are saying, Melissa, that's not just a hill, that's a mountain. Yes, it is. But know, Leo, that you have what it takes to not only climb that mountain and get to the top, but to move towards change. You have the Eight of Cups clarifying here, and you have the Two of Swords. You're taking off this blindfold. Instead of prolonging or overthinking a choice or a difficult decision, you're taking off the blindfold and you're just doing it. You're moving forward. Some of you felt like you were being not guided. It's almost like when you when someone puts a blindfold on you and they have a surprise and they're guiding you towards the surprise, but you're reaching out and you're trying not to trip, but you know that there's a surprise on the other end. That's kind of what I feel here for you. But you're being guided blindly. There's the word, guided blindly towards this opportunity. But I actually feel like you're using your other senses and you're trusting in your higher self, and you're being compassionate and kind. So in a sense, you're not blind at all anymore. I feel like there's more truth, there's more clarity. I feel like you're not just using the logical mind or what you can see. You're actually using all your senses to move forward here. And instead of fearing that change, I feel like you're switching up this stagnant routine of yours and you're moving towards it. Even if you don't know exactly the step-by-step formation, you are taking the steps. And what you're doing is leading yourself directly towards this firm foundation here in the physical world. Because some of you have suffered from, financial distress. Maybe you went into debt. There was scarcity. This is about saving for something that you want, to saving for a home, saving for a vehicle, saving for retirement. You're getting yourself back on track, and I feel like you're taking the baby steps to do this. So this is big. Some of you are taking these baby steps that are actually going to lead to these big choices and decisions that are going to put you in a better spot down the road. All right. So when it comes to wealth, abundance, career, money, you have the heart card, you have the pendulum, and you have the Buddha. So right away, the pendulum kind of rang true because, again, all these choice cards, there certainly could be a decision around career, around finances, whether this is a job change. It could be seasonal work as well, part-time work, perhaps hobby, income, second job, things of that nature. There's fluctuating income here, I feel, or there could be fluctuating income as you climb that mountain, but trust that these new strategies that are showing up are going to be, just that, a little bit of that pendulum, but you're going to learn as you go. And I feel like you'll find that firm footing, because you do have the heart card here. This is about you being fully supported. This is about you loving what it is that you do. Again, you could be a counselor, a guide, or again, just have a job that you enjoy. You're fulfilled here. And for those of you that are retired, this is about you making choices that are heart-centered choices, right? It's about emotional spending, buying things that are valuable to you. And even though that money can't buy, friendships, and money can't buy the things that we really value, I feel when you are spending your money, it is on the things that you really value. And lastly, here you have the Buddha. This is life purpose. This is more than just money. It is spiritual wealth. So I do feel for a lot of you, you are... Again, is that the second card that says counselor? It is. So some of you are counselors. You'd make really good counselors. Maybe you're going to see a counselor or a coach. They may be able to help you out of some fear. But like I said, the counselor can't make a choice for you. The coach can't make a choice for you. No one can. Ultimately, that's up to you. But there could certainly be helpful people at this time. A lot of you may be doing some meditation. You may be journaling, automatic writing, astral traveling. There's just this energy of tuning in and connecting to your higher self, your higher source, and the divine, right? This is your divine path. You are being guided. I love it. It says being guided here, and we just talked about that with the Two of Swords, being guided. So even if it feels like you are blindly taking a step, you are definitely being guided towards more stability, whatever that may look like for you. So yes, some money change is happening here, but ultimately you're leading and walking right towards, I feel, financial abundance, more stability, more freedom. Freedom may be the goal, the end goal for a lot of you. Financial freedom, working from anywhere, being able to work on the ocean side or travel, retire, whatever your goals are. I feel freedom is a big, big factor in the mix. Now, when it comes to love, for some of you, not all of you, because you have the Seven of Swords, someone may have betrayed you, been dishonest, or again, as we mentioned in the very beginning, values are very different and you may be releasing someone from your life. The time has come to clear your energy. Okay, so if there is someone around you, whether it was a lover or someone close to your heart, a family member, a friend, you may be releasing them or just clearing the energy at this time. As Colette says in her cards, not my monkeys, not my circus, not my dishes, not my sink, right? So whatever is not yours, you're no longer putting yourself in the mix because it hasn't done any good. And ultimately, you know that people have to want to change or be true to themselves. We can't force anyone to do that. You have here, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. There is another card about guided steps. So I hope you're following this here, Leo, because a lot of synchronicities taking place here. You're being guided here to make the effort when it comes to self-love as well, because they're highlighting this compassion card. This is about rest, acceptance, self-care, healing, and yeah, going within, really making that effort on a spiritual level, a deeper level. If you're single or if you're partnered up, whatever you know to be true for you, make the effort. And lastly here, if you're single, I feel like this is a really good month to have that breakthrough, to release the old limiting beliefs, excuse me, of maybe not speaking up, throat chakra. So this could be a great month to communicate. Tell someone who you are. Show them who you are. Even more importantly here, because you have the attraction card. This is the law of attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying in this moment fully. Yeah, of course you do. You are magnetized this month. And I feel because you have the Two of Cups here, for those of you that are single, you've learned some very valuable lessons. But because you've been hurt or there has been betrayal, sometimes your head immediately goes to that place of once a cheater, always a cheater, or I'm always going to attract the same type of people, or there's never love after loss. Whatever limiting beliefs or stories that you tend to tell yourself from past experiences, it's time to have that breakthrough and make a new choice to tell yourself a new story. That you are attractive inside and out, that you can attract the higher level of love, that you are bringing in partnership, companionship, unconditional love, so that you have what it takes here to break the mold of all of the old experiences that you've gone through, because you can have and attract what it is that you truly seek when it comes to love. But you have to, it starts with being honest. You have to be honest with yourself about the underlying factors or the common denominator between what's been happening and what you are attracting. If you don't like what's going on out here, look at what's going on in here. All right. Soul truth. This is a message from your soul, right? Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? Leo, I got a little secret for you, which is not really a secret, but you are the asset. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. So remember earlier when we had that spiritual slip, as I like to call them, it wasn't discovery. Although some of you are having a midlife discovery, as I like to call them. Some people call a midlife crisis. I call them midlife discoveries because you learn so much about you, your wants, your needs. Things change. And so we said recovery earlier. So some of you, yes, you're recovering from something within the body. The body may be recovering at this time. So your soul action, take a bath, put on some lavender essential oil, go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a time out today. Notice your body thanking you. So that's that self-love piece mingled in with the Four of Swords, compassion, kindness. Today's mantra, and this is something, if you can, jot it down in your notes, write it on a sticky note, post it on your refrigerator, post it on your bathroom mirror. Today's mantra, the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. And that's important because so many times when we're juggling a lot, and you see that here with the Two of Coins, someone may have been juggling you. You may have been juggling between a few different things, right? This could even be a boss juggling between you and another employee where it's overwhelming. You feel like it's constant frenetic energy. There's just a lot happening here. Your body is needing some much needed self-care, some downtime. No is a full sentence, right? So if someone asks something of you and your body immediately goes inward or retracts, or you know that you don't want to do it, but for whatever reason you feel forced to do it, or you feel guilt if you don't, or there will be some sort of resentment, or you feel whatever those negative thoughts are around that, or emotions, tell yourself that you have what it takes to just say no, because it's still going to be there tomorrow. Your body is your ally here on earth. We need to take care of it. All right. Now at this time, Leo, I just ask if you can, we're going to get a few messages from your spirit animals. Just take a nice deep breath in from that solar plexus chakra, the belly area, and release. And I want you to tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows. And with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. This animal could fly high in the sky. Perhaps your animal is wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. It could be an animal that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one right beside you, or even one that's crossed your path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Leo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, where I draw one lucky winner around the first of each month, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section box below, and I personally will enter you into that giveaway. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. All right, beautiful energy. Some of you may be 33 years old, 43 years old, or born on the 4th. Or you may be a life path 4 or in a 4 personal year. Again, look at all these 4s showing up here for you. We have 4 of swords. You have here double 4 energy. So just beautiful. You can see clearly now is what the owl's wisdom brings to you. You can see clearly, even if it's not necessarily the eyes, the eyes in your body. This is about you being able to feel and think and see clearly. You know that your inner truth. That's what I feel here. So you know your soul's truth, and you see clearly, and you know what to do moving forward. You know what choices you need to make for yourself. Next, you have Badger Spirit. I love Badger. Badger says, be fearless and bold. It's also Emperor energy here. So taking authority, taking that next step, being that powerful being that you are, Leo. So be fearless, be bold. And I like the word fearless versus fearful, because as I always say, fearless, it doesn't mean that there's an absence of fear. It means that you're just fearing less, because we need fear. Fear is part of the human experience. It helps us out, believe it or not. But it's when we let fear, false evidence appearing real, steer our ship. That's when we run into blockages, mental blockages, emotional blockages, right? So be fearless and give fear a back seat and say, all right, I'm bold, I'm courageous, which you are. You have the strength on your side here. It's time to move forward. Once you make that decision to do so, Horse comes in and saying, freedom is yours. And we did a little emphasis on freedom earlier there, and there's your clarifier. Freedom is yours. So beautiful messages here for you. And last but not least, we have card 17. This is the Fates. In Tarot, 17 is the Star card, which the star can come after a tower, but I feel like the Fates are aligning. Even if it doesn't seem like it's working out the way that we had hoped or the way that we had thought, the stars and destiny is intervening here to bring a new experience to the mix. Your experiences concerning prosperity or abundance or relationships, they may be beyond your personal control. You're being invited to accept what is. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose that you can't see that has been determined by the fates. Again, there's that being blinded, right, and being guided forward. It could be a situation that you are unprepared for, or you may not understand how it will benefit you in the moment. Do not fight this situation. Don't resist the change, because there's choices and there is change here that is coming in. Ride it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, Leo. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make choices, to make good choices from here on out, will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. Absolutely. I love that last sentence there. Yep. You will make good choices from here on out. That's what that judgment card represents as well. So any choices in the past that may have led to some challenges, whether they were outside of your control or whether they were choices, Leo, that you've made and you've had to deal with the consequences, I do feel that there is destiny here intervening to help you course correct, to help you take a new path. So release any judgments, any fears, any old wounds of the past. Don't ignore the call to do something differently here, because again, like it says, you will indeed flourish. That is what I have for you, Leo. Very, very powerful reading. Again, I'm still just in awe of the double eights that I've never seen before here. I think there was another sign. It may have actually been Aries, maybe Taurus, that had double eight show up in their reading, not in the cards, but Spirit brought in that message. So if you have any Aries or Taurus in your chart, you may want to check that out. And we did mention Taurus here, so maybe Taurus was that reading where Spirit literally said double eight. So interesting here with the synchronicities. Know that things are working out in your favor, even though you may not necessarily see it at this time. You're going to make good choices from here on out that are going to benefit you financially, emotionally, health-wise as well. I feel like you know what you need to do. Even if it's a little bit difficult getting going, you're going to thrive. You will indeed flourish. Thank you so much for being here, Leo. If you like this message, please feel free to hit that like button. It certainly helps the divine channeled messages get to those that need it most, as well as helps the channel grow. I would love to see those power animals in the comment box below. And again, if you're vibing here on this channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Leo. Lots of love.